Wisconsin needs help.
They got jumped.
They need help.
They still haven't. Again, the committee showed us they value wins. They still don't have a quality win, so the committee's not going to give them any credit for that.
And again, sort of like we talked about with the Oklahoma-Ohio State argument a week ago, that some of it would take care of itself with Oklahoma playing Oklahoma State.
Right.
Same deal with Miami. If Miami beats Notre Dame, then they've got another big-time quality win, and we don't have to have the discussion. And if they lose, then they'll fall behind.
Took care of itself.
That took care of itself. How about number 7? The U. One spot ahead. Thought they might sneak up a little bit higher to 6, but still a pretty good spot.
Where would they sneak to?
Ahead of TCU.
Exactly. Put them at number 6.
Yeah.
They're undefeated.
Yeah, but again, it goes to what you said.
Right.
Yeah.
These two teams, we're going to find out this weekend
Exactly.
what they do.
Okay, we've seen it all the way up to number 7. Kirk, what do you think about what you've seen so far? Any issues with where teams are ranked right now?
I'm just thinking of Alvy's quote that we've been talking about all day. Barry Alvarez, the athletic director from Wisconsin, who was pretty vocal coming out, saying that he just can't imagine a team being able to get out of the Power 5 undefeated and not making it as a champion into the playoff. And looking at Wisconsin right now, I think Booger said it a little earlier, they're still in a position where they're going to need help. Booger even said, and I think a lot of people would agree, an Auburn team, because what they've done up to this point, and especially what's ahead of them, I just feel that people on the outside that watch these ranking shows and maybe still think computers are involved, they still think teams that qualify for this, if they win a Power 5 conference championship, and I think that that's why they get so frustrated and so emotional, because this isn't Little League where everybody gets a trophy. This is about putting the best 4 teams in. And if you think Wisconsin at the end of the dance is one of the best 4, no matter who they play, then put them in. But don't reward them just because they're undefeated. To me, that's silly.
You know, Kirk, here's the thing. Kurt, here's the thing that I've been looking at. If Notre Dame wins out, Bama or Georgia wins out, Clemson wins out, Oklahoma wins out, where are you putting Wisconsin at? Because in my opinion, they're not better than any of the teams that I listed there. So when people get upset that a Power 5 conference champion that's undefeated can't get left out, tell me who you're taking out in that scenario.
That's the question. Let's get through the top 6 here, and then we can continue this type of discussion about what you would do potentially with an undefeated Wisconsin. I assume we're going to start at the top, as we typically do at number 1, and it is the Georgia Bulldogs once again in a stern test coming up for Kirby Smart's team on the road at Auburn on Saturday. The Tigers, as these guys have talked about, number 10. Chance for a top 10 win for Georgia. Chance for Auburn to get firmly into the playoff discussion. I assume Alabama's going to be just behind Georgia, and they are. Crimson Tide sitting at number 2 despite a plethora of injuries at the linebacker position, which could be ominous for their next few games.
It definitely could be, and obviously with Auburn coming down the road, and they finally buffered their schedule a little bit by beating LSU, a ranked opponent they could add to Mississippi State this week.
And then Auburn, and then potentially, should they get through those games and meeting with Georgia, and probably by the end, the schedule would be just fine. At number 3, Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, the showdown coming with Miami on Saturday night. So the Irish